In this tutorial, I'm going to introduce you to the map feature and explain how you can use it to add locations and connect them together in your game. To activate the map view, you come over to View and press the Map button. I have already done so. Now, I've also cleaned up my workspace so I only have the map and the locations folder in the viewport. Now the map is active, we have the Map tab available. From here we can add pages, add locations, and I'll explain the rest of these features in a moment. So you can rename pages by right-clicking on them. I'm going to call this one Indoors, and I'm going to right-click on this one, and I'm going to rename it to Outdoors. Alright, so there are two ways you can add locations. You can either click this button, or you can double-click on the map. To edit them, you either double-click on them, or more reliably, right-click and then choose the edit location. So this first one is going to be inside the cottage. And this is going to be a different building, and I'm going to call this inside the windmill. Alright, so we're going to go to the outdoors now, and I'm going to add a location, and I'm going to add another one. And you notice that the other location hasn't appeared yet, and that's because it ended up on top of the other location. Alright, so now we have them separate. I'm going to arrange them as close as I can to what I saw the other location did. So I'm going to centralize my map on the outdoors and on the indoors so they show up in the same spot. Alright, so we had inside the cottage and inside the windmill, and so these locations are going to be outside the cottage and outside the windmill. Alright, so these locations will need to connect to our outdoor locations, and to do that I'm going to double click and edit this one. So inside the cottage, so I want the player to move out to outside the cottage. I don't want any restrictions. I want them to be able to move freely, and so I'll click OK. And you notice that the out symbol has now appeared on inside the cottage, and a green symbol for in has appeared on outside the cottage. This is Adrift's way of telling us that this connection has been recognized. So we're going to do the same thing for the windmill. I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to choose outside the windmill, and that symbol now appears. And then on the outdoors, we also see that it appears over here. So now I want the player to be on, while they're on the outside, I want them to be able to walk from the cottage to the windmill. And so I'm going to double click on one of these boxes. So these match the cardinal directions that are available in the developer. So I want the player to be able to go east from the cottage, and then when they're at the windmill I want them to go west to the cottage. So I double click, and now I have an arrow, and now I'm going to single click on this box here, and now both of these connections are present in these locations. I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to run our adventure. Alright, so we started inside the cottage. We are going to go out, and now we are on the outdoor map. Notice that both tabs are now present in the player's map. And I'm going to go east with an abbreviation for the letter E, and now I'm outside the windmill. And if I type in, I'm now inside the windmill, and I have switched back to the indoor map. So this is one way that you can quickly edit your game and create the connections. Remember, it's double click to start an arrow and then a single click to assign an arrow. The other way that you can edit them is to open up a location and then do it manually from in here. So now you know two ways to edit things in your game, edit your locations. and I have shown you how you can fix your map. So if you left click and drag to fix that, you can do plan view. And if you right click and drag and you want your locations to be centralized again, you press this button. So these other buttons will zoom in or zoom out. And so if you have a lot of extra space in your map, you can change that by zooming in. Or if you don't have enough room to look at everything on your map, you can zoom out. The Show Grid Lines option is only present when you have selected a location to edit. And this lets you change the size of your locations. Axes are as a reference to the 3D nature of this map, and this can help you figure out which way you are looking. Like I said before, most people won't have a need for this, so I'll return to plan view. I'll turn the axes and the grid off. There's also an option here to print your map, and if you are designing a large game, this could help you like a flow chart, and so you could print your map and then you could write notes on it. So these are the features of the map in the developer for Adrift 5, and I hope you have enjoyed this video.